Hello everyone. Today we shall look into the summary of the novel Jasmine written by Bharati Mukherjee. When I told you right, the novel Jasmine was written by Bharati Mukherjee. Bharati Mukherjee was an Indian American Canadian writer and professor emerita in the Department of English at the University of California. Okay, so I have mentioned emerita. Emerita is a honorary rank that is given to the retired professors. Okay, so she has written a number of novels, short stories, and she has written travel literature and she has worked in the genre of journalism. Fine. Jasmine is a novel by Bharati Mukherjee set in the 1980s. Okay, so it is about a young Indian woman in the United States who tries to adapt herself to the American way of life. Okay, why is it? Because in order to able to survive, and there are several identities that is being changed at times by Jasmine, and it is Mukherjee's own experiences of dislocation and displacement in her life that helps her in recording the immigrant experience of the protagonist in this novel. Okay, so Jasmine was based on an earlier short story. The name of the short story is The Middleman and the Other Stories. It tells the story of a 17-year-old girl who is widowed after her husband's murder in a bomb attack. Okay, so she and her husband, what they planned was totally different. They planned to move to Florida, but as a result of his death, Jasmine alone, she continues with the trip on her own. In her path, she faces many obstacles as she travels from Florida to New York City to Iowa. Okay. So the novel begins with Jasmine. She's retelling a story from her childhood about an astrologer. Okay. So the astrologer, what he does is he predicts her future as a widower living in exile. So I just want to say about the life of astrologer. I'm not against astrology, but things when a person is predicting a sentence about a woman like this in a public or in front of your relatives, just think of what kind of mindset that a woman can hold on in her thoughts. Is it disgusting? Like it is like only the astrologer predict the future, or only the astrologer tells what to do and what not to do. Okay, so this is something incredible, right? It should not happen to a woman. So this is something a personal thought. So she goes back to the life in Baden, Iowa, where Jasmine is known as Jane in Iowa. Okay, so she is 24 years old there, and she is also pregnant, and now she is living with 53-year-old banker named Bud Ripplemeyer. And this Bud Ripplemeyer, who is 53 years old, is also having an adopted son. His name is Du. So, but what he keeps on insisting on marrying Jane, okay, but she refuses for several reasons. So this goes on like. So I told you right, there is Bud Ripplemeyer who is 53 years old. Now he is there in the wheelchair because he was being shot. He was being shot back 2 years ago. And what happens is Jane and Bud. Okay, so I told you right now, Jane is living with Bud Ripplemeyer. Please note down each and everything. Like the name will change often and there are stories within stories in this particular novel. Okay, so you have to be careful when Jane will be pairing with many in this novel. It will be not wrong. Okay, so Jane and Bud, they have a neighbor named Daryl Letts, who is a college graduate, and he has inherited his family's farm itself. Okay, so he is contemplating whether or not to sell his farm. Like he was in a confusion. So Bud refuses to loan. Daryl will be asking Bud some loan, but Bud will be refusing to give Daryl money because Bud doesn't trust Daryl's character as a farmer, and also he is a manager. So Daryl also, who is the neighbor of Bud and Jane, he is showing some romantic interest in Jane. Okay. Okay, so again there is a flashback kind of thing Jane walks us through her life with do and but before flashing back to her life in Hasnapur. Okay, so first thing what she told is about Bud and his adopted sons do, how she lived with them. All those things will be there. So now what she takes us to the life instances. She flashes back to her life in Hasnapur, Jalandhar district, okay, which is in Punjab, India. So here in India, she is known as Jyoti. Okay, so like underline, like note the word Jyoti. Okay, so here in India, she is known as Jyoti. She has a teacher named Master G who teaches her English. So Master G is a kind of good-hearted man. He urges Jyoti to continue with her education instead of getting married. So soon after Jyoti's father passes away, like there are some marriage arrangements, some marriage rituals that is being taken care of, and she meets Prakash there. Like there are some rituals, right? So now she meets Prakash. Okay, Jyoti meets Prakash. So they marry and move in together. So he begins to call her Jasmine. Okay, so Prakash is such a good-hearted man because he wanted Jyoti to come out of all those superstitious beliefs that is being taken care of in his village, in her village, and she wanted to be a new woman. Okay, so that is what Prakash motive was, and he called her as Jasmine. Okay, so he begins to call her Jasmine so that she will find a new identity and she would come out of all those superstitious things that is being followed before in her village. So this is what happens. Prakash is simultaneously working and also he studies for his diploma exams. Okay, so while Jasmine, she is running a ladies group Rafael and sells detergents to make money. So what is ladies group Rafael is, you like, it is a kind of lottery ticket systems. Like when you buy tickets, you will have an opportunity to win, right? So that kind of thing. So she is running a ladies group Rafael and she is also selling detergents to make money. Okay. Okay, now clearly understand. I told you that Prakash is studying for his diploma exams. And now Prakash receives a letter from Professor Vadera who encourages Prakash to study in America. And he is making plans for both Prakash and Jasmine to move to Florida. And when they are shifting things, they will be shopping, right? So now they're shopping for Jasmine for purchasing sarees. Okay. So now Prakash is killed by a bomb blast, and the bomb blast was set by the man named Sukhinder. Okay, so like she is totally depressed, as the astrologer said. Whatever the astrologer said has happened finally, and as a matter of duty and honor, what Jasmine does is, though they have not started their life yet, like there will be some kind of emotional connection, right? Because Prakash was the one who wanted her to come away from all those stupid things that took place in her village, Zalanda. So what happened is, as a matter of duty and honor, Jasmine continues with Prakash plans to move to Florida, and she is traveling by plane, train, and ship. Okay, it's like all these transport systems were there when she traveled to Florida. So Half-Face, okay, note the name Half-Face. He is the captain of the ship. I told you she's traveling by plane, train, and ship. So one captain of the ship was Half-Face, and he drives Jasmine to a motel when they arrive to the land, and he sexually assaults her. Okay, like there was a sexual harassment that took place for her. And Jasmine contemplates killing herself. Like we will be guessing, right, what would happen next. It was like Jasmine will kill herself. But what happened was she killed Half-Face. Okay, so that is the twist in the novel, right? We will be expecting some kind of twist, right? So that happened in Jasmine's life also. Like she killed Half-Face, though she's from a village and all those stupid things were told. Like she was so brave enough and she killed Hafiz and she burns Prakash shoe that she carried with her and leaves the motel there. Now Jasmine meets Lillian Jordan. Okay, she is housing 3 conjugal women and also now she is taking care of Jasmine also. Okay, conjugal women is like they are a group of indigenous people. Okay, like kind of Maya people, indigenous people, what we say. Okay, so she's taking care of all those three, and now she calls Jasmine as Jassy, and and she also helps Jassy to get to New York to meet the Professor Vadera. I told you who is Professor Vadera. He was the one who encouraged Prakash to study in America. So she helps her to meet Professor Vadera. And now Lillian Jordan is also having a daughter named Kate Jordan Felston. Okay, so Kate is also working as a photographer in the city. Clear? So, okay, I told you about Lillian Jordan, right? Lillian Jordan is later sent to jail for exploiting young documents for free cooking, cleaning, and yard work. So, for 5 months, Jasmine is living with Professor Vadera, whom she calls as Professor G. So, she becomes depressed because she fears to leave the house without a green card. So Professor G, what he does is he agrees to get her a green card for 50,000 rupees, or it is known as 50,000 rupees in dollars is $3,000. Okay, so he agrees to get her a green card. Jasmine begins working for the next thing what happens is Jasmine begins working for Willie and Taylor Hayes. So who are they? Willie and Taylor or friends of Kate? Okay, Kate is Lillian's daughter, right? So Kate's friends are Willie and Taylor, and Jasmine begins working for them. She moves in with them in Manhattan to take care of their adopted daughter Duff. Okay, so who is Duff? Willie and Taylor's adopted daughter is Duff. Taylor calls her Jazz, and Willie falls out of love with Taylor. Okay, who is Willie? Willie is the wife of Taylor. She falls out of love with Taylor and falls for Stuart. Okay, so Willie is loving Stuart now. Okay, Taylor is left all alone. So Willie leaves Taylor, but what Jazz does is she continues to take care of Duff. Okay, so Jasmine is known as Jazz here. Okay, who is calling her as Jazz? Taylor is calling her as Jazz. Okay, so Willie leaves Taylor, so Jazz is taking care of Duff. Okay, so she falls in love with Taylor, but one day, well, three of them are at park. Who are those three? I told you, Willie, Taylor, Duff are the one family. Okay, and Jazz is entering into the family. So, Willie is leaving Taylor, and the three are Jazz, Taylor and Duff. Okay, so these three are there in a park, and at that time, Jazz, she spots Sukinder. So I told you about Sukinder that he was the one who was responsible for the death of Prakash. Who is Prakash? Jasmine's first husband is Prakash. Okay, so he was the one who killed Prakash, and now what happens is she moves from New York to Iowa. So now Jazz is moving from New York to Iowa. I told you why. It is because Duff's biological mother or birth mother, whatever you say, is living in Iowa. Okay, so when things are set in Iowa, Bud Ripplemeyer makes a reappearance. Who is Bud Ripplemeyer? Who is 53-year-old man. Okay, who is having a kind of a relationship with Jane. He begs for Jane to tell him that she loves him, but she doesn't even respond for all his questions. Okay, so while Jane is working in the kitchen in Iowa, that is a place where she is settled, right? So she is working there in a kitchen, and she sees a car pull up the driveway, and Taylor and Duff get out of the car. Taylor tries to convince Jazz to come with him to California. So she's conflicted, thinking of Bud. Okay, Bud wants her to love him. So, but what happens is what she's thinking about, but what would happen to him? He will lose everything if she leaves. So, though she's thinking, Jasmine stops thinking of herself as Jane, and she follows Taylor and Duff to the car, and she's whispering like, "Watch me reposition the stars" to the astrologer who foretold her widowhood and she would be there in exile. Okay, so she was, though there were many obstacles that came in her life, she overcome all those things, and actually there were people who were in love with her and they were asking her to live. Okay, So, in spite of all those obstacles, she lived her life with several identities. It is a kind of identity crisis, right? Okay, a kind of when you changed your identity, when you feel like you are changing your identity, it feels like you are changing your new life. You are born again and you are living a new lifestyle. So, that is actually good.